Hello you beautiful people and welcome back to Let's Play Warhammer 40k Inquisitor Prophecy in another episode. This time again we go on with our priority assignment. It is going to be a little purge on, or the subject is Heretical Dogma, location Hive Primus. Strangely enough, these new heretical ideas being whispered into the ears of the aristocrats by an Underhive gang member who has proclaimed himself a prophet. His perverted teachings are equally palatable to the poor, making him dangerous enough to the Imperium. The traitor shall be dealt with swiftly. Order, clear the path for the Killteams.
Worlds, 100,000 walls. There is no respite. There is nowhere to hide. Across the galaxy, there is only war.
And only war. There will probably in the 40k universe always be war. Because, you know, peace is for pussies. No, that is of course not true. But in the end, there's always been war since over 10,000 years in this universe. So I don't assume that is going to change very quick on the other hand. So, if you have not seen the last episode, we did a wonderful bunker busting mission, which was well, it was not the hardest mission overall, but a little bit confusing for me, and something I have not found out why I had to use a lot of inoculators. My thesis there, of course, is that since it was a open world map, as I like to call it, it was a map in the open without these tight corners here, and there, of course, it is, I think, a little harder, or you are being surrounded a little quicker, or it is just in the nature of a open map that you are not quickly, but that you are completely surrounded oftentimes, and that enemies can come from every side. So that was a little, well, so to say, not confusing, but something I did not quite understand. Technically, I had to take inoculators every minute, or no, well, that's a little bit over the top, but now every few minutes I needed to use an inoculator. That was, for me, at that point, very confusing. So I'll of course focus on the Reborn Marauder. Still, I think the toxic entities which are spawned by them are a little tinsy bit annoying, but who am I to complain? So, and the plague-ridden guardians, lucky enough, they are always quickly taken down. Well, a lot of items, a lot of credits overall. They have a very big and initial powerful hit, a re-damage hit, which can, well, be quite nasty if they directly hit you. At least this class, then we are, I think, if he hits us there, we are half dead or nearly dead. Not a nice situation to be in. So, of course, the Plague Market Sorrow Skulls are always quickly taken down, although they can be very devastating if they are practically able to surround us. Then that is, oh my goodness, that is not very good for us. Okay, those guys down. And then, oh my goodness. Okay, a Reborn Marauder. Oh, okay, respawning. Okay, we can't respawn all of them. Okay, I have not yet, I have not seen what trap that was. I have completely, if there was a skull trap there, then I've completely overseen it, to be honest. Sometimes then especially when I record videos, or especially if I record Inquisitor Prophecy or Martyr, then it is always, I all the time oversee them. But if I am playing in the off on my own without recording, then I actually most times see them. The raid of walking into them is not as high if I don't record and talk, just saying. And no, that is no excuse, that is just how it is. So, the Reborn, I want to say Marauder, but that would have been wrong. No, the Reborn Warmaster. Sometimes, I always thought, to be honest, with our other Inquisitor, the ranged Inquisitor, without the Necromancer Inquisitor, I always hated engaging the Reborn Warmasters, because on the one hand they could get an aura where they can regenerate their own HP and the HP of the surrounding, well, alliance of him, and there I could now damage the regeneration rate, so that was always the point where I had to retreat a tinsy little bit. Okay, we now have cleared out half of the enemies around that, and we have cleared out the half of the map. That's where we need, so just a couple of more floors and rooms coming up. So fire in the middle of them, so all of them die. That is good. So of course this is the weapon we have equipped right now is of course the most wonderful weapon against clumped up Reborn Gunners, Reborn Marauders maybe not, but against those not heavily armored guys. It is absolutely insane to use this weapon against them. So the gas of course is not very helpful, and especially for against our little constructs here, the gas is very evil and nasty, can take them out very quickly. Still, you might know the belt we are currently wearing is not a belt with, for example, a HD grenade, no, HE grenade, but it gives us one more skill slot, which of course is very good, because through that we are able to summon one more squadron of the little vivisectors, which I think makes an absolute difference and is better than a HE grenade. Although I have to say I honestly miss HE grenades so much. Such a powerful little piece of technology in this game. Completely can knock down large enemy groups so easily. That is the neat part there. Okay, I'll focus on the Rebel Sergeant as well. Okay, at least the Reborn Marauder is down, and obviously those rebels shooting at us are not doing too much damage to us, surprisingly. That's always very surprising. So I'm going to take the inoculator with me, and then on it goes. Nice. I love the shots jumping around. That is very neat and cool. That's always what I think about I think the Tesla weapon of the Necron Immortals, you know, are a arcing weapon as well. I predict, nope, not predict, but I would say against all those guys here, these weapons would be absolutely amazing. To be honest, I think, for example, Necrons would have been for me the perfect enemy in this game. Would have absolutely loved to have them included right here. Still, I'm of course hoping that there are going to be more and more enemies included in the game. I'm not certain about that. I said that many times that I will read the forums more often. I haven't read forums so far. Well, I've read in them, but not too often. I should do that way more often, to be honest with you. Okay, toxic entities down. And then we should nearly be down to 20-ish enemies, and that of course helps out a lot. I am better off against those warriors than against the Reborn Marauder, I guess. Okay, they are down. TV more the Marauder can't do so much against us actually when he is completely surrounded by our little guys. A little sad is that through the 2 chests we have found, we are actually practically a little bit over equipped and can't loot anything anymore. That is too bad, but if I honestly think about the equipment we have found in the last couple of episodes, that is not, well, not a too much of a loss, I think. Okay, here are a lot of champions. That is good, of course, for experience points. Always one factor to think about as well. Okay, he's quickly going down, although he has a ton load of HP. Nearly 30,000, of course, is absolutely insane. Okay, he down. Of course, credits we can take with us. I'm a little bit confused. Normally, around 20 enemies.
The battle is swinging our way. One last push and the victory is ours.
The battle is actually already swinging towards us a long time ago, to be honest. Okay, can't take that with me. But the last group of 5, 4, and 2, 1 enemies.
Once again, the enemies of the Imperium failed miserably.
What else should they do? So we then, oh my goodness, what was that? We then take a very quick look at the items we have received and of course the outcome. You will be commended for the exemplary Carnage, Inquisitor. Unfortunately, it may have been in vain as the assassination attempt failed. What's worse, the operation triggered an armed insurrection and we now have a full-scale rebellion on our hands. Operation successful. We now have no choice but to commit to a large-scale purge. Extra-military forces are inbound, but the situation remains critical until they get there. Okay guys, quick look, of course, at the items. I have to clear out my inventory a little bit, I guess, at one point. But guys, that right now clears us out. Now, brings us to the end of this episode, and you know it, I really thank you for watching. If you guys actually do have enjoyed this episode, then please guys, give me a thumbs up and subscribe in. Hopefully I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, have a nice day, stay frosty, bye.